Hi, I'm Ember Snow. Welcome to Strip Talk. Get ready, because things are about to heat up.
What do you love most about dancing and strip teasing? And what music instantly puts you in performance mode?
Besides the stripping part and teasing part, I guess it's watching the people's reactions when it comes to teasing and having a lot of layers to remove. It's kind of like suspenseful. And I love classic rock. I feel like there's a lot more to work on when it comes to classic rock. There's a lot of beats. There's like up and downs. You don't know where it's going to take you. And that's why classic rock is the one I would usually go to the most.
You entered the industry with more life experience than most. How did that affect your first set?
I asked a lot of questions because I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was getting myself into beforehand, instead of just like saying yes to everything, which I don't mind. I just want to know. I want to know ahead of time.
You're top tier on OnlyFans and successful in camming. What's your biggest secret and advice for new creators?
Trying to stand out. Ooh. Because when I first got into the industry and when OnlyFans was just working its way up, this was during the days when we were trying to do a lot of things that we could have possibly gotten away with, like doing stuff in public. But now that that's not really a possibility on OnlyFans, I don't really know. Maybe look for a fetish that you're really into. Make sure it's something that you are very enthusiastic about, because a lot of people can read that and that's what they would get off the most.
Outside of work, what helps you recharge and stay grounded?
I love watching a lot of films, whether those are TV shows and movies, because I feel like the older I get, the more I really want to feel more. And it's really useful to take baths. I didn't really like baths when I was younger, but now it is so helpful, especially if you add like a little Epsom salt, and you don't even need the fancy ones. Just regular Epsom salt and bath bomb. Oh my God, that's so perfect. Food is good too though. I love food.
As a Filipina performer, do you feel there's real demand for that representation?
When it comes to Filipinos, we're kind of everywhere. And that's why I was born in Saudi Arabia, because my parents, they worked in Saudi Arabia. So I feel like any country you go to, we're everywhere. And it is such a tiny country that it is good to have representation of us in any kind of industry, just so that you know. Just so that you know that we exist, because we're tiny.
You've spoken about overcoming bullying. How did that shape you? And what advice would you give someone facing it now?
So when it comes to overcoming bullying, especially in this industry, I feel like you have to have a really thick skin, because you're gonna have to go through a lot of people, especially nowadays, because I feel like so many people are really angry and just don't want to listen. And that technically has prepped me to deal with a lot of haters. And the more exposed you are to people, the more you're gonna have to deal with that. So if you are going through bullying, what I found out is just don't give them anything. Don't give them anything at all. Don't respond. And I found out this really worked when I was in middle school. I had like a completely poker face, and eventually the bullies got bored because I wouldn't give them anything. So I try that. A lot of the interactions nowadays that we have is online anyway, so you can just block them. Don't even try and read everything, just block it if it's really bothering you.
What's something fans love about your performances that surprised you when you started?
They noticed how much I am actually very authentic with what I do, and me smiling a lot. So now it's almost like, well, how should I act? I have to be as genuine as possible when it comes to my performances, because that is what I would like to project from now on. Well, ever since I started the industry, it's almost become like a part of my thing.
You've worked both strip clubs and adult films. What do you love about each?
Well, when it comes to the strip club industry, you deal with a lot more people and you socialize with a lot more people. And there's a lot more movements because you're on stage, and if you are very, very busy when it comes to VIP dances, your legs are gonna be really fucking strong. Pardon my French, it's a lot of legs. And on set, sometimes what I really like about being on set, there are some scripts, and that is what makes it a lot more interesting for me. The tension, the intro, the foreplay, and then once we do it, it makes it even more meaningful. I mean, to me, I like having more of a reason on why I should you.
When a scene really clicks for you, what's usually happening behind the scenes?
There's already chemistry between me and the person. Like, we're already enjoying each other's company. Maybe we have some things in common, whether that's sexually or not, or both. So, yeah, chemistry is really a big thing for me.
What do you understand about yourself on set now that you didn't early in your career?
Be aware of the cameras. Because when I first started shooting, I was just getting lost into the feeling instead of like the cameras and the lights, actually. You have to be aware of everything instead of just like losing it. It's good to lose it to a certain point, but be aware.
What's your ultimate comfort food? The one thing that always makes you happy?
I just had it before we started shooting. Pizza. Pizza is it. It has a little bit of everything, you know, carbs, meat, dairy, sometimes veggies or fruit. Today it was like ham, pineapple, and there was a little something else, some other type of meat. But I'm not complaining, I love meat.
What excites you the most about shooting for Strip POV?
I want to know how it's going to be done. I want to see if we're going to get as close to the experience of like what I do in real life. So show me how we're going to do it. That's what I'm very excited about. I want to know if I can actually do the lap dance on my volunteer for today. How close am I going to get? Or is it going to be you? Going to be close to you? Okay, I told you that's enough. So if you want a lot more, then you're just gonna have to go to Strip POV.